Hey guys, thanks for joining me on my solo adventure to Yilan in Taiwan. It's a long video, so grab a snack and I hope you enjoy.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just want to go my own way, gonna let the past burn down.
I missed my train and I'm lost. This is why I took 3 days and not 2.
With you, I'm gonna leave.
Okay, I'm now on the final train from Banqiao Station, which is an area in Taipei, and I'm heading to Yilan Station. So from Banqiao to there takes about an hour and 30 minutes. I'm going to be spending a full day in Yilan and then a half day today and a half day on Thursday. So I'm there for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm very excited to share with you guys all the things that I'm going to experience in Yilan.
I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Alright, I'm going to take the west exit to Guangfu Road.
I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can
Right next to the elevator.
songs on my guitar. I have to be somewhere.
It's quite big. It's bigger than I thought. Okay. It's gonna be my room for the next few days. This area is very famous for hot springs, and because it's getting colder in Taiwan, I really wanted to enjoy the cold weather and hit up a hot spring area. So now I'm here in Yilan. There's quite a few little areas in this county, like Jiaoxi, I think I'm saying that right, which is famous for their hot springs. For me, I'm going up into the mountains tomorrow to take you guys to a special hot spring. I'm staying in Yilan City, and the hotel I'm staying at is the Grand Boss Hotel. It is considered a 3-star hotel. So for 2 nights, I am paying 3,800 NT for this room. I'm in the northeast part of Taiwan, and I feel like this area in the winter, which is now, it's very famous for rain and rainfall. So it's sprinkling today. I think it's gonna rain the next 2 days, which is okay. I came prepared for it. I'm gonna use one of the hotel umbrellas. So I'm back around the main station area, which is super cute. Right next to the station, there is a tourist information center. I did Google stuff before I came here, but I just want to see what they have to offer here. Here we go. There's quite a few places you can visit. This is the building I was interested in. It says it is Okay. The place I mentioned I was interested in, Dang Forest Plaza. And it says this urban forest thoroughfare is the brainchild of the architect S.Y. Huang. The colorful train in Jimmy Liao's illustrated Starry Starry Night has been lovingly crafted and playfully suspended above the main walkway. So that's the train you can see underneath. Alright, literally across the street from my hotel is the night market there. Dongmen Yeshi, Dongmen Night Market. So I'm gonna head there. Okay, so this is something I've been wanting to try. This is something Yilan is famous for. The green onion pancake. Except in Yilan, they're made thicker. I'm really excited for it. It smells amazing. Okay. Okay. 好，谢谢。可以吗？啊，辣吗？要。谢谢。I'm right by the intersection. I don't care. I'm gonna try it. It's nice and crispy. Delicious. Okay, what's next? I'm gonna get this one. Okay, so we have some carrots, some onions. We have some thicker noodles like what they have in beef noodle here, and then pork. It smells kind of sweet, almost like sukiyaki, and the soup base is thick. I wonder if it's from like egg draw soup. Honestly, I don't know. Let's try. Yeah, it's kind of thick. It's really hot. Look at that steam. I'm about to burn my tongue. Not too sweet. Slight sweetness, but it's really delicious. Oh, I love these ones. One thing I noticed that's cool with the night market is that it's under, that's either the train or the highway. I think it's a highway. And so half of it is covered even if it's raining. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the hotel, which is right there, really near. So I also picked up some of these little cakes. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. So in Japan, you can kind of find snacks that look like this, and they're called imagawayaki. But this is the Taiwanese version, and it's called che-lun bing. So che-lun bing. Che as in for car, lun for wheel, and bing for cake, I think. Let's try them. Classy. And this one is custard inside. This one has Oreo cookie inside because yes, that's the kind of person I am. What's this one? This one has taro inside. Which one is my favorite? Maybe the Oreo one. So this one is the sweetest. Custard is medium sweet level. And then taro, I don't find that sweet myself. I also got my favorite drink from the night market in the biggest size available. Watermelon juice. And this one's kind of slushy. I spent about 205 NT at the night market, which is about 750 yen, which is like $7.50 American, probably more like $9–10 Canadian. Anyway, it is 9:43 and I'm going to lay in bed, do some reading because I have a super early morning tomorrow. I also want to eat breakfast here before I hit the road tomorrow. I'm doing like a private tour all around the mountains. I've been dreaming of going up into these mountains since I saw it on Instagram, and here we are, making it happen. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Let's get dressed. All right, all dressed, ready to go. I caved and bought one of those stupid half sweaters from Zara. I don't want to hear it. Then I have this waterproof vest on that I got from Zara and a hood, all of my gear. Just want to pop on here and say that the company I used for this private tour is called Ding Taxi. It's not sponsored or anything. I feel like I have to say that. So basically this tour is a full 8-hour tour. It takes me all around the mountains. Normally this would be like a 3-person tour for the price that I'm paying, but because it's just me, I'm paying for like 3 people. So what you do is book online, you do a deposit, and you pay the rest in cash to the driver. So that's what I'm doing. I have a Taiwanese phone number, so I just use my phone to contact them. But if you don't, you can use WeChat, I think that's what it is, or Line or something like that, one of those apps. And yeah, anyway, the driver just sent me a message. He said he's here. It's 8:30. Let's go. Hi.
Are you Jennifer?
Yeah, Jennifer. Thank you.
What do you have?
Okay.
Life is a winding road.
In the summer here, we have a lot of watermelon.
Oh, really?
A lot of watermelon here.
我很喜欢西瓜. Yeah. Alright, we are on the way up to Taipingshan. Taipingshan is still in Yilan County. I love that it's quite foggy and the clouds are low. It really just feels like you're up in the sky. Okay, stop number 1. You can see the sign here. This sign here says, "Welcome to Taipingshan," and we're stopping at these old style trains here because when Japan occupied Taiwan, this whole area was used for logging. So you can see some of the logs here. People in Taiwan and the Japanese people used to mine all the logs, and these are the old style trains that they used to bring it down the mountain. Just from where we are, about a 5-minute drive up the mountain, is the entrance to Taipingshan. Found a little piece of Canada in Taiwan. How perfect. When you enter the mountain, you have to pay a small fee at the toll gate. And near the toll gate, there's a tourist information center that tells you about the history of Taipingshan and what to do there. There is nobody in here. Lucky! So you can see different things that you can do around Taipingshan. So for example, we have many trails that you can take. This is one of my favorite things about Taiwan is that often when you come to the mountains, especially if it's rainy, it just feels like you are in the clouds. Okay, so this is where I'm going today. You can see it here in the tourist center, Jiuzhizhi. I think maybe I said that right, hot spring. The thermal spring comes out of the seams of rocks and its temperature reaches 140 degrees Celsius. With features of clearness, no smell, and mild alkaline calcium carbonate water, which is why the water is so blue there. You guys will see. So there's a trail right by the visiting center. You see it says it takes about 10 minutes to just walk around, 110 meters.
Even if the sky is falling,
Very careful. These are quite slippery.
sky is falling down.
We're now at the top of Taipingshan, and you can see here, we've come to this lake. Sometimes you can see some wildlife around here. I don't know what the animal is called, but it's very cute. Almost looks like a ferret, has a yellow neck. If I find a picture, I'll insert it. It's so cute. I don't know the name.
'Cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you.
So we've arrived at the lake, but you can't see much of the lake. You can kind of see it down there.
Only fog.
Only fog. I still can't believe there's a lake on top of the mountain. And there's a whole viewing deck here for people because a lot of people come here to take a picture. And right from that trail, I'd say it's like probably a 5 to 7 minute walk uphill. You can come to this restaurant, which is really at the top. It's called Treyfang Villa. Okay, so this is the villa here. It's a restaurant. You can stay here too, but you need to reserve online. The restaurant price might be a little bit more expensive, but that's to be expected when you're traveling in the mountains in Taiwan. The cool thing about this place is that it doesn't run on electricity. It actually runs on oil, so that is how they generate power up here, which is very cool to me.
For ourselves at age 18. We had the devil on our shoulders telling
Okay, I just separated a little bit from my lovely tour guide. The Bong Bong train is around here, so I'm gonna go look and see if I can get tickets for it. And it's actually called the Bong Bong train because the sound the train makes. Bong Bong Bong. And, oh, actually they have a schedule here. Okay, what time is it? 1:06. Oh, a train comes in 30 minutes. Maybe I can make it all the way up these stairs. I am just so out of shape. I can do it. Just a little bit more. The rail line is 3 kilometers long and takes about 20 minutes. The bong bong sound it made as it passed along the mountainside was like the heartbeat of the land, echoing through the forest, hence the name. An adult ticket is 180 NT. The train comes at 1:30 and then the return is at 3 o'clock, so I have to make sure that I'm at the return station by 3. Okay, there's actually quite a few people going to take it, even in the rain. It's quite long, isn't
Tell
it?
me what it's like to be circling among the clouds. Because without you by my side, I would be
Japanese
stuck
began
here on
operations
the
at Taipingshan in
ground.
1914. So I guess it ended when Taiwan's forest policy changed in 1982. And it was then transformed into a forest recreation area. Interesting.
Your eyes are shining like the stars.
Now it's 3 o'clock and we're gonna head down the mountain.
Until you set me free. My eyes were closed.
Yay, I'm gonna get my hot spring on!
And I just wanted to say that
So this is called Jiuzhizhi. So you can come here and you can cook eggs in the hot spring water right over there, and then after you're done that and after you've done, you know, all the stuff that you've done in Taipingshan, come here and relax. It's nice and warm. Well, actually it's a lot heavier than I thought. quite a few corn in here. I've been so excited to come here. I saw this place on Instagram, which kind of inspired my whole trip to come to Yilan, because I've been to like onsens, hot springs, a bit in Japan, but this one just looks so different. So you actually get a swimming cap to wear in there. She said I could take it off for a picture. Okay, so I'm all ready, and the kind ladies in here told me that I'm supposed to shower, wash off my body before I get into the hot spring, which makes sense because we did that in Japan. This pool's 15 degrees. Oh my god! This is what I've been looking for! These bath ones!
I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody else. No one will ever take me, no one will ever take me.
I love these little baths, they're so cute. There's so many of them. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but do you see how blue the water is? It's actually from the alkaline. I'm wearing the cap now, but yeah, it makes the water so blue. It is the only blue hot spring here in Taiwan. Good morning, it's about 8 a.m. and I came down just to get breakfast before I get ready. I'm about to get ready. Checkout is at 12, it's now 9, so let's get this party started. All ready to go. So let's go explore Yilan on my last day. I have some things planned. It might not go so smooth, but we're gonna figure it out as we go. So let's go check out. I made it to Jiaoxi Station. This whole area is basically a hot spring area. I think I remember a hot spring is Wenqiang. Alright, I made it. This is the scenic viewing area of Wufengqi, the waterfalls.
Said you needed a break and left with no heads up.
I've seen a few people around, middle-aged or elderly hikers with their walking sticks. You need the poles because it is quite slippery, so I have to be careful.
Cause it's always been you and I. Give me one more try. This is messing with my mind. Not gonna lie, but I'll give you the space so you can figure this out. I've been losing sleep and it won't get better. I can't get my mind off of you. Days go by and I can't help but wonder if you think about me too. Don't you just hate away from someone you just wanna hold on to. It's driving me crazy, tired of waiting. I really hate being away from you.
Everyone's so kind. When they pass you while you're hiking, they're like, ni hao, hello, or just ni hao, or sometimes they just say hello to me. So cute. Jiaoxi has a lot of foot baths available, so you can either pay a small fee and submerge your feet into water with fish that eat the dead skin off your feet, or you can have a free foot bath in the hot spring water that filters through a certain area of town. I'm gonna walk to a place which is near here, about like 10 minutes, called Ke's Chongyobing. It's one of the top places on TripAdvisor in Yilan for food, and I'm pretty sure it sells the green onion pancake, which is famous here, and you can get it with egg inside, so I'm gonna try that. I found it. This is it. It looks like next to it there's like the peanut ice cream. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely gonna get this one. I guess there's always a lineup for this place because it's pretty good. It looks so good and fluffy. Like, look at that. I got the sweet sauce on top. It's actually really good. It's super, super fluffy. I'm just waiting for a little over an hour for the train back to Banqiao Station, and oh my god, I totally stumbled across this adorable little cafe. You can also buy books here, and I see they have like manga and stuff. just want to pop on here and finish up the ending of this video and talk about the budgeting. And you guys can discuss whether or not in the comment section you think that the pricing for this 3-day trip is reasonable or not. Okay, so I took notes of everything. So the hotel was 3,800. So the tour that I took through Ding Taxi, so I deposited 2,000 NT first, and then I paid for the tour. So originally the tour was supposed to be 5,500, but because I went over time, I was charged extra. So altogether that was 7,500 NTD, which is very expensive for one person. If you divide that up between 3 to 4 people, which normally take the tour, I think it's a good deal. Then I have a whole bunch of miscellaneous prices, for example, to enter the hot spring, convenience store runs, I got McDonald's for one night, and then I also took the trains around the local area as well as the taxis. All together, this trip cost me 13,769 NTD. I will list all the real-time conversions right here, so hopefully you can find your country, and if you can't, you can relate to another country's currency that you know. Yeah, I had a very good time in Yilan. I cannot wait to go back. I'm so surprised that my other solo travel video did very well. Like, I'm shook. Thank you so much for the support on that. I hope you guys like this one too and support it as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!